Hi, good night. How are you doing? Today I'm here to talk about the issue of how our mindsets directly affect how we view things and how we experience different events in our life. So, this came very clear to me after an event at church last night. This is an early event that we do all the time. That as a child, I remember enjoying. I remember participating in, and it was this grand time of fellowship and expression and joy and glorifying God. But for the last 2 to 3 years, for me, it's just been a plain routine and something that as I know the significance of it, but there was no joy, there was no enthusiasm, there was no true fellowship. But this year there was a change. There was this spirit of rejoicing, there was this spirit of great fellowship, and I wanted to interact with the brethren, and I was my usual self of going around and greeting and talking and arguing everyone. And I'm a very sentimental person and taking photos and just embracing the moment, giving God thanks for what He has done for us and for the opportunity to witness another year, for the opportunity to celebrate His life another year, and for the opportunity to be with my brethren. And for me, I call it the best one so far. And for others, they will say no, they've had better. But the rest, I had it as a child and I didn't appreciate it. I was just doing it as a routine. And as an adult, I was just there. And for the last 3 years, it was something I did not really enjoy. I was just doing it for doing its sake. Abundance of joy that I cannot explain. And what is it? My mindset has changed. My approach to life has changed, where I am more appreciative of every day and every day's blessings. And I am not at the bitter, rebellious stage I was 2, 3 years ago. I'm not angry. I'm not disconnected from God and from the people around me. I was at a stage where I was numb, where I was in a state of being a victim, a state of depression, a state of just going through the motions. But now I'm in a more of a gratitude state. I'm in a state of constant peace, of seeking and dwelling on His presence, and I'm in a state where I'm directly and intentionally actively meditating and reading the words of God and allowing the faith in God to lead my choices. And because of that, the experience that was once somewhat dull and meaningless is something of joy. And it's the same thing that we take in every aspect of our life. If your mindset is depressed and angry and bitter, everything else will also be shadowed in that way. If your mindset is, if you're not open and flexible and you do not have joy and you don't have the Lord on your side, you're not able to appreciate the things and the people around you. No, the things and the people around us, singing about His grace and His mercies, giving thanks for every opportunity. See, the fact that we are alive is a reason to give our thanks. We need to find a purpose and a reason to be grateful each day. We need to ensure that we're letting out a positive energy in the atmosphere. We need to ensure that we are harnessing and using the Spirit of God to put out in our life and the life of the people around us positivity, joy, love, peace. And we need to rebuke the devil, rebuke the negative mindset, rebuke the plans. The Bible said that we are changed by the renewing of our minds. So if your mindset is bitter, your actions are going to be bitter. If your mindset is in a condemned and depressed and backward state, so will your point of view in life and your actions. So today I say, work on the mind. Allow the Spirit of the Lord to direct your mind, direct your thoughts, direct your emotions, direct your feelings, and that way it will direct how we view life. Sometimes we wonder, how is it people are going through way worse situations situation than us come up with testimonies and songs and worship, and they can find joy in their situation, in their circumstances. And that is because they have the mindset of a worshiper. They have the mindset that in all things God must be glorified, because in all things we must give him thanks. And they have the mindset that all things work together for good to them that love the Lord, and that they choose to be positive. They actively decide to choose to be positive, to choose the will of the Lord, and to choose to be grateful rather than to choose to complain and to choose to be bitter. And today, I encourage you today, choose to be grateful, choose the will of the Lord, and let us change our mindset as we are about to have the best version of our lives as we try to please the Lord. In Jesus' name, God bless you. Love you.